There's no friend of Nigeria that has been stronger in its condemnation of the violence of Boko Haram and Boko Haram's contempt for human life than the United States. We have labeled Boko Haram since 2013 a foreign terrorist organization, a designation that was designed to block Boko Haram from carrying out any asset transfers to the United States, allows us to arrest and seize members of Boko Haram, and allows us to cooperate in investigations with the Nigerian government. We, I can assure you, have policies and procedures in place to ensure that USAID funding, any of our assistance funding, whether it comes from USAID, the Department of Defense, the State Department, is not diverted to a terrorist group like Boko Haram. There's absolutely no evidence that I have seen that has occurred. And certainly if we ever had evidence presented to us that a program funding was being diverted to Boko Haram, we would immediately investigate along with our Nigerian partners. And so I just want to be clear that when it comes to Boko Haram, the United States stands with Nigeria in wanting to rid this country of the scourge that organization represents.
All right, that is the U.S. ambassador to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, something J. Miller. Yeah, he has actually come out to have a meeting with the Fulani terrorists. We'll be dropping a news on that issue, after the main news that we have today, as Biafran agitators continue to film, as U.S. ambassador meets leadership of Fulani herdsmen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, and welcome to Talk Waves TV. Yes, you know what we do here. If you're looking for where to get the information on Biafran issues and all the matter happening in the Biafran environment, Biafran land as we call it, this is the home for you to be, and we will keep on making sure that we give you all the updated news, all the updated information as the matter they be. Now we're going to go into other issues that is actually trending. Now, first of all, Ibrahim Traore has actually come out to limelight concerning his support for the Biafran struggle. And the whole news of Ibrahim Traore has actually been trending for the past how many days now concerning his unwavering support for Biafra. How true is that? If you can actually watch to the end of this video, we will try as much as possible to give you more information on that issue, because it is actually trending at this point in time, and there is a lot of controversies around that. But the reality is that we are actually happy, as Biafrans, that if something of that nature, comes to fruition, then there is hope for the Biafran freedom. Now, on other issue that needs to be addressed, Ohanaeze Ndigbo has come out that is to applaud Simon Èkpá's extradition. Now, Simon Èkpá's extradition trended for a while. A lot of things were said. So many people, went further to express themselves. Some were in support of Simon Èkpá extradition. That is the zoo. They celebrated it. And we went further to make inquiries on that. And I will tell you, without mincing words, it can never happen. It can never be done. Even in the land of Dundee, it cannot be done, because a lot of things are at stake. And the first thing that is on stake, which I'm going to mention, is the fact that the zoo can never extradite Simon Èkpá Njoku, because they do not have a treaty there is no treaty between Finland and Nigeria. So the only way they wanted to use was going through the back doors. Everybody who knows about the zoo, knows their high level of corruption, how they can do and undo some certain things just to get favor. That is why a country like the zoo is ready to give a certain resources, to other countries for them to be able to get some certain favor. So they wanted to go through the United States because they have a treaty with United States. Now, the Finland we are talking about also have, treaty with United States. Finland has treaty with United States. So the zoo they were pressurizing the Finnish government to extradite Simon Èkpá to United States. So that was actually what was giving them the hope. Now, I went further to clarify something very important. There is no way the Finnish authority or the Finnish government will extradite the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoko to United States so that the zoo can have access to Simon Èkpá. Do not forget the United States we are talking about. Is it not the one that is being ruled by Donald Trump? Donald Trump, who has actually come out also to show his grievances against the corruption, against the illegal activities, and against the terrorism that is happening in Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Now, the big question is, why will Finland actually stoop so low to extradite Simon Èkpá to the United States just to favor the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom? Now, a lot of things is actually at stake because one of the things that is at stake is, first of all, we know that the Finnish authority are under pressure, and this pressure is coming from both the EU, the European Union, both the United Nations, and other powerful bodies that is governing them and that are ruling them. Now, the Finnish authority, they are looking for something. And that is why the zoo is actually pulling strings to be able to give them what they want. Now, there is a way the world is. The world has been sold to the level that, it is, if you don't have this thing and I want this thing from you, I will give you what I have so that you can give me what you have. That is why some part of the country, they will always give, some lower countries, ammunition, soldiers to defend them so that they can continue to bax and suck dry, the resources of the lower countries. Exactly what was happening in Burkina Faso before the emergence of Ibrahim Traoré. That is why today France cannot get a hold of their resources, that is their gold. And this is where the problem has actually been. It has led to a lot of going back and forth. So a lot of politics, a lot of world politics, dangerous world politics is being played on this whole issue of Simon Èkpá Njoko. But to what end? That is one question I will always ask. To what end? There's a lot of issue, surrounding the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá's extradition. But one thing I can tell you, and I can give you for sure, is that it is impossible. That is why when his lawyer was interviewed, his lawyer said that no such thing is going to happen, that the court case has been fixed for April. And we are waiting, according to him, in quote, I am quoting him, we are waiting for the court case so that we can tender our, our plea to the court. So if Finland media, Finland journal didn't have any, information concerning the extradition of the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoko. Why is the zoo celebrating? Where is the information coming from? And why is Ohaneze, Ndosi Nande Apari that have destroyed a lot of people, destroyed the activities of Biafran? How will they be celebrating this? That is the big question. But one thing I can assure is, no matter how they celebrate, the fact still remains that the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoko cannot be extradited back to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, in any way. I think we're going to stop here because there are other issues we need to discuss. But I think I'll be bringing it up in the next video because a lot of things is happening. And going back to the issue of the United States ambassador to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, coming out to speak concerning the Fulani terrorists and their activities. Now, Masob is angry over this. And why is Masob angry? That is the big question. Please make sure you go to the comment section and give us your own input on this, as we'll continue to give you more entertaining news and information on everything happening in Biafran land. Like I said, this is Talkwaves TV. Make sure you share this video and make it go viral. God bless you.